Hello everybody, my name is Jack. In today's video, I'm going to show you how I was able to create this very cool render in only 5 days. To start creating the character, I started with a base mesh that I downloaded from Blender Cloud. I'm going to start off sculpting my base mesh to match my reference as closely as possible. Found this cool stylized character that I would base my model off of. Next, I UV unwrapped my model and I started doing the color map for the base color of the character, and I used this reference image to help me with that. I did the same thing for the roughness map, also using a reference guide. For the hair, I started by weight painting an area on the scalp that I wanted the hair particles to form, and then I would mess with the settings in the hair particle system, also manipulating some of the hair strands to get the shape that I wanted, and also messing with some of the lighting. Now for the actual room, I didn't want to do anything too crazy, just something futuristic looking, and I started on the chair that the character would be sitting in. And I didn't want to model it because this is going to be a more organic looking shape, so it would have been easier to sculpt it, so I started doing that. Then I just started playing around with some materials. A lot of these I would end up changing later on, but I just wanted to get a feel for the scene early on. Now I'm just messing around with the lighting. I ended up going with Blender's default sky texture and changing the rotation and intensity of the sun. Now for rigging, I used Blender's Rigify add-on, matching the skeleton to my model, and deleting the face rig so I could pose the character with the rest of the scene. This is a process that takes some time, but luckily I was happy with the automatic weight painting. I didn't have to go back and redo anything, so yeah, pretty straightforward. For the little robot waiter guy, I started with a simple cube and started modeling it out using references I found online. The last thing I did was import a plate of cookies I found on Sketchfab, and I posed the character to hold one of the cookies in his hand, also importing the plant in the background just so I can make the room feel less sterile. After finishing posing the character, I'm just going to add some clothes I also imported from Sketchfab onto the character and sculpt it to match the position of the rig. The last thing I did was play around with the camera positioning a little bit more, as well as some of the lighting. messing around with some render settings, and prepared everything for the final render. And this is it. This is the final render. I'm super pleased with how this turned out. This was also created as part of a 3D challenge. The theme was sci-fi and lazy. And thank you so much for watching.